I'm Wade Coye of the Coye Law Firm. Sometimes we get people calling our office that have problems from car accidents. These car accidents lead to a number of different problems. When most people call our office, it's usually been because it's been a catastrophic accident and it's a family member or a friend that's calling. And that's a situation where we may need to immediately send someone to a hospital or to their home because the person is very incapacitated. And we may want to immediately send out an investigator to get scene photos, crash measurements, and so on. The other types of calls sometimes are when people have had some type of an accident. They may have suffered what appears to be initially to be a fairly minor injury. And initially, some of their concerns are that they need to be able to have a vehicle to drive, to be able to get to work, to get to doctor's appointments, and so on. So one of the things we'll do is talk with people about different things that they can do to get a vehicle to be able to drive to and from work and so on, a rental vehicle. One of the things that we do when people first come in for an initial appointment is we're trying to understand what is the available insurance coverage. We want to know what personal injury protection coverage is available, their no-fault coverage on their policy or a family member's policy. We also may want to understand what the bodily injury coverage is from the at-fault driver. We may want to know if there's uninsured motorist coverage. We may also want to look and see, is there a person was on the job during the accident? Did the employer have coverage? We're really trying to get our hands around all the available insurance coverage. Lots of times we'll even look to see and want to know, is there some form of health insurance, Medicare, Medicaid? Is there some type of insurance that a third-party payor, whether perhaps it's Champa's coverage, some other type of coverage? The reason that becomes important is while a defendant that causes injury to a person in a car accident or even any other type of a negligence action, somebody else may be responsible ultimately to pay those amounts. In the interim, the difficulty is in getting medical care. Oftentimes, people find that if they don't have some form of health insurance, they can't even get into the doctor's office or the diagnostic center to have MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, that sort of thing, much less surgeries, admission to surgical centers and hospitals. So initially, you really need to have a handle on what is the available insurance coverage that a person may have that may allow them to get the kinds of medical care that would be helpful to get them well. At the conclusion of the case, depending on what types of liability insurance or uninsured motorist coverage is available, it may be important then that some of those sources that have been used to pay for medical bills and so on, some of those health insurance and other types of places have to be repaid those amounts that they've paid to take care of someone.